Hey everybody, it's Matt with Mac's Video, and today we're doing a first impressions review. I really wanted to get ahead of this current anime season and actually review some of them as they're airing. Because I know I do a lot of animes where they've already been out for years, they're already done. So I wanted to try to jump on and actually review some that, are just coming out. So, the one we're doing today is Interviews with Monster Girls. Interviews with Monster Girls, the subbed episodes started airing January 7th, and the dubbed episodes started airing January 25th, which is yesterday according to when I'm recording this video. So, I thought, okay, let's jump into it. I watched the first dubbed episode because I prefer dubbed, and that's because I like doing other things while I'm watching it. I don't want to be tied down with just having to stare at the screen and read. By all means, I do not oppose subbed content. I've watched subbed, dubbed, probably equally, in all honesty. But just when I'm relaxing and just casually watching something, I prefer to watch dubbed. And it's a lot easier actually when doing these reviews because I take notes during the reviews. And if I'm watching subbed, I have to pause. That way I don't miss anything when I'm writing down my notes. So, anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So, Interviews with the Monster Girl is from A1 Studios. I don't know of much else A1's done, but I'm going to have to look them up because I actually like their animation style. It's very flowy. It's not, there's not all these hard lines and whatnot. It's very rounded and flowing and beautiful. So I'm going to have to check them out, see what else they've done. If you know of any of A1's content that I should look up, leave them in the comments below. But the show itself is about a teacher. Let's see, I got my notes right here, so let me make sure I'm saying his name right. Tetsuo Takahashi. He's a teacher at a high school, and in college, he wanted to write his dissertation or final essay or whatever you want to call it on demi-humans. And demi-humans are half human, half monster hybrids. Kind of like, think Monster Musume, but without the perverted. And that's kind of what this show is. The ones they really tell you about are succubus, Duerlohans, snow women, and vampires. And it's not like normal where you're born that way genetically. This one's kind of a mutation kind of thing. Of you could be from a family of normal humans but be a demi-human. Or vice versa. You could be a normal human that comes from a family of demi-humans. So it's kind of it's an up and, it's a grab bag really of, if you're going to be a demi-human or not. But overall, it's a very small percentage of the population that are demi-humans. So the government actually helps them. There's a department dedicated to helping out demi-humans, whether it be, getting blood for vampires or, helping Duerlohans figure out how, the best way to get their heads and whatnot places. So, it's very interesting. I think it works well with today of, everybody fighting for equality. So, it's kind of a good anime in that aspect. It does that well. But so, Takahashi, even though he wants to, write these papers on demi-humans and know more about demi-humans, he's never actually seen and had a conversation with a demi-human before. So, that's kind of funny. But, so, we cut to his school, and they're introducing a new teacher, and it turns out she's a succubus. And this instant, he's like, "Ooh, I get a chance to talk with one." But it goes terribly. So, Because she, being a succubus, she dresses slobbily and tries to be the most unappealing woman possible to make it easier on men around her. Because if you don't know what a succubus is, it is a type of being that lures men in with their looks and attractiveness and then kills them, eats them and whatnot. There's also incubus, which is the male version of a succubus, so don't know if those will come up in the show or not. It seems to be focusing on female monsters anime, so you got her, and that goes terribly. Then a student that he has run into before comes up, and her name is Hikari Takanashi, and she is a vampire. And once he figured out she's a vampire, he asked her if he could interview her and ask her questions about being a demi-human, or as they like to be called, demis. That's the new hip way to call a demi-human. Political correctness. But, so you have her, and she's actually an interesting case of what I was talking about earlier, about how they don't have to be from a family of demi-humans, be a demi-human. She and her twin sister, one's a demi-human, one's not. So it's a complete up in the air, hope for the best genetically. So, but he interviews her, and she's very willing to answer his questions, and you get to learn more about, these monsters, the monsters we're used to reading about in stories and folklore and whatnot, and it's very interesting. Then you meet a couple other ones, the Dullahan Kyoko Machi, or Maki, I think it's Machi, and she is very shy about the fact she's demi-human. And it's kind of hard because she's the most noticeably demi-human. She's a Dullahan. Literally, they hold their head in their hands and there's fire shooting up from the hole in the neck. It's kind of hard to be discreet. So, you meet her. She kind of has a little story in this episode. You encounter Yuki Kusakabe. She's a snow woman, or a Yuki Ono, and you see her and pass by. You don't really get to know much about her in the first episode. I actually had to look up her name to figure out what her name was, because I'm sure it said it, but I didn't catch it quick enough. Overall, though, this anime, I am looking forward to it, because it takes the concept of half human, half creatures and does something different with it. We're so used to seeing these done in ecchi and harem styles, and it's refreshing to see it done in this slice of life kind of way. And I'm looking forward to that one. The animation style, like I said, is beautiful. It's, like I said, the best way I could describe it is flowing. It's not all these hard lines and dark colors and whatnot. It's a flowing, easy to watch animation style. And the music is beautiful. The opening and ending themes are so relaxing. It gets you in the mood for this type of story, of this everyday school life, slice of life, just sit back and relax type of anime. It's not in your face, heavy metal, rock and roll, K-pop, J-pop style music. It's just relaxing music, and I love that about it. Yeah, that's all I had to say about this one. Like I said, it's just the first episode. If you want to watch it, I know the subbed episodes are over on Crunchyroll. They have 3 out right now. The dubbed episodes go over to Funimation. They have the simuldub, which they do a great job of getting these dubs out as quick as possible. I applaud them for it. So check out Crunchyroll if you like sub. Check out Funimation if you like dubbed. Everybody has a style they like, so go check it out. Yeah, so like I said, my goal is to start reviewing these new animes as soon as possible. If there's one you would like to hear me review, just let me know in the comments below. If you liked this first impressions video, give it a like. And if you want to see more anime content, hit that subscribe button. I do animes, movies, books, mangas, anything you can think of in the entertainment industry. I've probably done it and will end up doing it. So, that's all for me today. Check out some of the other videos I've done. I'll probably put my anime playlist up here, or my first impressions playlist. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But I love all of you, and I'll see you on the next video.